In this very last session of the WordPress SEO plugin, we are going to look at the Edit Files function. And essentially, the Edit Files function will allow you to access your htaccess file as well as the robots text files. And if you're not familiar with those, I'll explain them right now. The robots text files allows you to do a number of things, but most commonly it allows you to determine which of those pages or posts and file names on your website you would like Google to follow and those that you would like Google not to follow or not index. And the reason being, there may be certain pages you want to ensure that don't show up in the Google search results. Short of having to FTP and going into the server and grabbing the robot text file and making changes to that, if you have a robot text file, it'll actually show up here with a box with all the content that's written into the text file, and it'll be available right here. So you don't have to go into the server to grab that file and make changes to it and then copy it back to the server. It's very convenient to have it placed right here so you can access it directly through the plugin. The same thing applies for the htaccess file. Now, the htaccess file is basically just a file that allows you to configure your website on the server rather than depending on the global server configuration. In this case, I do have an htaccess file, and it's found it right here on my server for my particular website, and it has this content to it. So essentially, I can edit that and add content to that that'll configure my website or configure the server for my particular website. Once you've added those changes to your content boxes, then I would suggest that you save the settings for that. And that concludes the htaccess and the robot text review for this particular session. In the next session, we are going to talk about pings and permalinks.